Hey everyone, and welcome to another stream with us at Crystallize here. Today I'm joined with Delia, who is one of the engineers here on the developer experience team, along with me. I'm your host, Brendan, and today we'll be talking about the conference boilerplate and how you can power your conference websites with Crystallize. And do you want to talk us through a little bit about what this boilerplate actually does, Delia?
Yeah, so the conference boilerplate, it sprouted out as a solution. Actually, at Crystallize, some cool people, they organize conferences multiple times a year. And every time we were organizing those, we had to start off from scratch, both in terms of design and in terms of development. So we were like, why not create a boilerplate and make it easily tweakable? So we can base the design on that and just reuse the boilerplate code. So that's how it came to be. It's built using Next.js and Crystallize. And it's using stitches for the design system.
Nice. Yeah, so at Crystallize, I guess we've hosted a few conferences now over the years. The most notable ones being React Norway and React New York. Those sort of two conferences there. And do you want to show us through a little bit about how the boilerplate is structured and how it can actually be used to build a really snazzy sort of conference site?
Yep. Okay, so this is the boilerplate. So it was designed keeping in mind every section we think a conference website needs. So we have a hero section, and then your sponsors, and then beautiful marketing content. Then details about the speaker and the schedule. I say schedule. I don't know if it's schedule.
Either or.
And the job board.
Nice.
And gallery and the normal sections.
Great. And all this content sort of comes from Crystallize as well?
It comes from Crystallize, yes. So not this. Let me go to the PIM. And this is the content. So everything you see on the website, aside from the header and the footer, it's coming from Crystallize. So this is the front page. So we have a CTA section, the sponsors, everything.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of different components there as well in Crystallize.
Yeah.
To shout those
So
out.
when you install the boilerplate, you can get the sample data as well to get a head start. It can be edited later.
Okay, so you can actually spin up the whole tenant as you want. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And how about registration and things like that? How does that work with the boilerplate?
Buy a ticket. So generally you will just have one of these, but like you can edit that in the code, and then you just check out using Stripe.
Okay, yeah.
So you just fill in your details and you can check out using Stripe, yeah.
Quite a simple order process with that then.
Yeah, it's made to be very minimal, so you can extend upon it. And it doesn't require too much customization, so yeah.
Right. Do the orders reflect back in Crystallize, or?
Yes, the orders end up here. So any order you make, it ends up in Crystallize.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you've got this whole sort of payment solution where you've bought the ticket, you can see that the order has been confirmed. Of course, you can see that in Stripe, but you also have the record here in Crystallize as well to actually manage all of these and all these attendees. That's great. And how does the code sort of look for this? Like, let's say if I want to extend it to match my own sort of design sort of thing, how can I go and edit that?
Well, so once you install the boilerplate, you'll have like two folders. So there's Service API and there's the website. So the website is what contains the boilerplate code, and the Service API folder, it takes care of things such as the payments and creating orders in Crystallize and stuff like that. And even the basket validation, this is being done with the Service API. So there's a whole another live stream for that can be linked in the description. So let's take a look at the website. So the SRC folder is what contains most of our code. I mean, if you're familiar with React, you've probably seen this folder structure. So we have all these components. So we have the front page and the products and the merge page and everything. If you want to just tweak the design, you just head over to design system, theme, and change stuff here. So you can change the colors and the spacing and the typography. If that's all you want to do, you can just, and keep the boilerplate as it is. You just change stuff in the design system to match your branding more.
Okay, nice. So it's a very straightforward sort of way to edit this, both in the folders of organization and just how everything's defined, so you can very easily find everything you need in one place. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was the main goal with this boilerplate, to make it as easy to customize.
Right, yeah. And you said this is built with Next.js, right? So it's quite easy to deploy then to something like Vercel.
Yeah, you can deploy it anywhere that supports JS framework. But you can find detailed instructions on how to deploy it to Netlify and Vercel in our documentation, which I think is linked below.
Yeah. It's in the description below. You can also find a link to the demo boilerplate as well. And we also, of course, have our React Norway site, which is built upon this boilerplate this year, right?
Yeah, it was built this week, actually.
Okay, so, nice.
This website is fully using the conference boilerplate. It's not live yet, but it will go live soon.
Perfect, yeah. And I can see the content sort of structure is very, very similar to the original boilerplate, but of course it's been tailored, the design to match Crystallize, well, not Crystallize, to match the React Norway branding in general, and that's great. It seems very, very professional and very straightforward, and very easy to build something from that boilerplate that looks quite different, though. And that's
great. And it's mostly just playing around with styling, because you get the content when you install the boilerplate, so it's super easy.
Perfect, yeah. And so like you said, this repository for the boilerplate is all on GitHub. The links are in the description, and of course there's a link to the conference boilerplate demo sort of live site as well that you can check out. And once the React Norway site is live, we'll put a link to the conference in the description too, so you can buy a ticket for that. But is there anything else that you'd like to show around this boilerplate, or is that pretty much it?
I think that's pretty much it. We can tweak something if you'd like maybe change the color of something.
We can try doing that and just see how easy it is and how that reflects in the boilerplate. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, so to run the boilerplate, you need to change the directory to website and then just run npm run dev or yarn dev, whichever you prefer. And then you can just access it on localhost. So we can try changing the buttons here. Currently, they're using the primary gradient, so let me find a pretty gradient.
It's always important.
I usually go to UI gradients and just steal one from there. Let's do pink, because I've been told pink is the best color.
That is an opinion, yes, that some people have.
Well, it's not my favorite color, but some people do love it. So this is how easy it is to change things especially if you just want to change the theming.
Nice, yeah, so that's really straightforward, and that's changed all those primary gradients there. That's
that's an ugly shade of pink, though.
Well, it gets the point across. I think it's very clear to see how quickly that just reloads with the hot reloading and all that. That's great. Well, thanks for taking us through this conference boilerplate. I think it's been very good to see, and hopefully anyone who is planning a conference for themselves, you might be able to look at this as some base for a conference you want to host, and perhaps you'll even choose to do that and host all the content for that on Crystallize as well. As you can see, it's very easy to set up and very easy to do. And of course, all the documentation for this will be linked in the description below. But thank you for joining us in this stream. It's been great to take us through, and thank you for showing us through that, Daria. And we'll see you in the next stream.